Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, prior to the game, Coach commented on their level of confidence in the locker room, and he feels that they are prepared with a very strong game plan at the various matchups. And we'll get to see Paul George in this one. Obviously, we saw the terrible leg injury he suffered, but he has done more than just come back. In some ways, he's come back better than ever, hasn't he, Kenny?
Yeah, that's impossible almost. I mean, you think about the horrific scare that we all had watching him go down, and he's taken his game to another level, taking central control of the offense, and now he plays incredible defense. How do you do that, Shaq? How does a guy have that kind of injury and be able to come back with that kind of confidence?
Well, it's called heart. The guy has a big heart, and not only that, Kenny, you can respect this as a shooter. His improvement in the three-point shot has been a game changer for him. He's clearly one of the elite talents in the league right now after that injury. I'm happy for him.
Love that Paul George story. Time now for tip-off. Kevin Harlan's got the call.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Toronto Raptors today. Pacers looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here in Indianapolis. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight, and with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a great dribble penetrator, but three-pointers are not his focus. He said, I feel like I can get to the basket at will, so it feels like settling. Instead, I could have gotten fouled, got free throws, or an easier shot. I'm not discrediting the three-pointer at all. I know I can shoot it. I just don't. Kevin?
And three-pointers certainly on the rise. We'll see if he sticks to his guns. DA, thank you. And the Raptors, they've come a long way over the past few years in terms of their competitiveness.
And what I like about the Raptors front office, they're unafraid to reshape the team when things aren't quite working. 2 years ago, they were much more about offense than defense. Last year, they were an upper echelon defensive team, even if the offense suffered a little bit.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Lowry and DeRozan, the core of this team at the guard spots. Damari Carroll is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Teague with the ball. Screened by Jefferson. George, that's a two-pointer. Valanciunas grabs the board.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Here's Carroll. And his first shot of the game, no good.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Jefferson kicks to Young. And it's off from three-point range. Indiana on D. Dishes it to Valanciunas. Lowry passes to Sullinger. Outside Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Lets the three fly. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. DeRozan's got 5.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Well, you know, it's still early, partner, but that's what we're seeing so far, and we know what he can do on one of his better days. He's hard to handle.
Jefferson, a screen on Carroll. George, with no one around, gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got himself on the board with 3 there. Now here is Lowry. DeRozan in the corner. He kicks it to Sullinger, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Lowry against T. He feeds it to George. Tries a 3. And it's George again missing.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Carroll with the 3. The Pacers pull it in. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. T kicks to Ellis. Young against Sullinger. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Screened by Ellis. On its way from Young for 2, and DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at him, I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job of screening.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And last year, Kyle Lowry took another huge leap in his development. And yeah, the points, the steals, and the rebounds were fantastic. But I thought the bigger part was the fact that the discipline he showed in the offseason to drop to 25 pounds. You know, you factor that in with his shot selection, and that discipline is one reason why he was an all-star and rapidly becoming one of the very elite guards we have in our league.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Raptors leading by 6. And talking about the progression of Lowry's game, some feel his improved attitude has had a lot to do with that.
You hit it. He was hard-headed when he came into the league. Didn't always get along with his coaches. Now, though, his maturity, his real confidence, those are areas of growth that have allowed him to just settle in and play his game.
Kicks to Sullinger. Screened by Valanciunas. Sullinger dishes to Carroll. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Jefferson.
I'll tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
The 3 from George. No good that time. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's DeRozan. Traps in the tray. DeRozan's got a couple of threes now in the first for Toronto.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
T kicks to Ellis. Shot off the pick. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And that sends Valanciunas to the free throw line. It's on Thaddeus Young. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Patterson, he's checked in for Sullinger. Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. Norman Powell's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And the former 5th overall pick back in the 2011 draft, Valanciunas is still only scratching, people feel, the surface of his true potential.
And he's had a few bouts with the injury bug, Kevin, but when he's right, he's a load. Struggles defending on the perimeter, but his rebounding and rim protection have gotten more nasty as he's matured.
Ross kicks to Joseph. From the wing. Excellent D there from Allen. Pacers trail by 8. Stuckey outside. Pass to Young. Allen in the post. Patterson on him. Allen kicks to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Stuckey drives inside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. There's 1:34 left to play in the first. Here's Ross. The shot from the low post is good. Ross has got his first 2 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Turner. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Miles Turner, the 11th overall pick last season out of the University of Texas, only spent 1 season in college. But this guy very well could be a perennial all-star. The Pacers think they've gotten a steal. He was a 19-year-old rookie who showed he already understands how to hold his own at both ends of the floor.
First free throw is good. And Turner was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. What caused him, guys, you think, to slip to 11th in the 2015 draft?
Well, you know, he didn't have a huge impact at Texas. Only played there 1 year. There wasn't a full body of work on his resume. Some even looked at his awkward running gait as perhaps a chink in his armor. But he trained with track coaches, developed his hip flexibility, and really has been working on his mobility and had a strong rookie season.
1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Pirtle and Allen with the block.
And I like the energy of Allen, making his presence felt on defense with that timely rejection.
Clock at 6. Deep 2 from Ross, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Ross has got his second basket of the game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And the Pacers going with the smaller lineup too, but they've remained an elite team defensively. Guys, how have they done it?
Well, not so much about their shot blocking or rim protecting as it was in the past. More about their perimeter defense. One of the best in the league at forcing turnovers and defending the three-point shot. And ironically, despite all the pressure they apply, they do a good job of keeping the ball in front most times.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, of course, 2 Canadian teams were born to the NBA in '95, but back in 2001, the Vancouver Grizzlies became the Memphis Grizzlies, leaving the Toronto Raptors as the sole Canadian survivor.
14 feet away, up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And it's Miles missing. Powell, the pass to Joseph. Here's Patterson, and again, Toronto with the triple.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is...
And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to prove somebody wrong, and, you know, still to this day. That's just the competitiveness that I believe my oldest brother built into me when I was little.
And that kind of relentless determination is something Monte is known for. And one of the reasons he's been around for a decade in the NBA as a consistently good player.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Raptors.
They definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Indiana, George and Young are the forwards. Teague and Monte are the guard set. And it's Turner in at the 5, down low.
And the Pacers acquiring the Fort Wayne Mad Ants of the developmental league going into last season. Some rumors had it that they'd try to move the team closer to Indianapolis, but the Pacers said no, they're committed to keeping them in Fort Wayne, which is really a good basketball city, and it's only about 2 hours from Indianapolis.
DeRozan's shot is off. Pacers trail by 10. George dishes to Ellis. Here's T. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Mad Ants were the last D-League team that didn't have a one-on-one affiliation with an NBA team.
That's exactly right, and now they belong to the Indiana Pacers. And if you want a D-League team in this day and age, you've got to start your own. Seems like pretty soon every team in the NBA will have their own D-League team to go one-on-one, 30 for 30.
The Raptors making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. The Pacers haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Man, I like the competitive spirit of George. It's one of the reasons that he's so special as a player. He's overcome a bunch of adversity, which I think has fortified him as a leader on his team and also one of the best two-way players in the game.
Carroll with the 3. Doesn't go that time. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, in the era of 3 and D and 4 out and 1 in, some say the post-up is a lost art. That makes Al Jefferson a throwback player. He said it happened right in front of my eyes. When I came into the league, it was still a big man's game. Everything changed around me. I've always been a back-to-the-basket post-move player. Just stuck to what I do best.
Yeah, and I hope he never changes. Thanks, D.A. Valanciunas with a screen on Teague. And Valanciunas kicks to Carroll. And Ellis with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Miles Turner. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Sullinger, the screen. The wide open look here for DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And that one's good. George.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Teague against Lowry. Pass to Valanciunas. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Indiana. Young's got 4 rebounds in this game. And at 6'7", 6'8", Thaddeus Young, definitely more a small ball power forward, but that seems to be the way the league is going these days.
Yeah, it is, and in spite of his ability to fit into that small ball mantra, he can get overpowered inside by the bigger forwards. He's quick off the dribble, an excellent left-handed slasher, and is capable of putting big numbers on the board when he gets it going.
Ejected by Teague.
And who would have thought it would be Teague to send that shot away? Great block.
And it's George missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And DeRozan kicks to Sullinger. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Pacers making a switch here. Stuckey's checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Pirtle, he's checked in for Valanciunas. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, feeds it to George. And DeMarre Carroll is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Joseph Young's checked in for the Pacers. And then for Toronto, Terrence Ross comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And Norman Powell subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Stuckey outside. He tries for 3. Some changes for Indiana. Allen comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's C.J. Miles in for Paul George. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. The shot by Sullinger, wide open. Open jump shot off the mark. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Stuckey passes to Young. Back to Stuckey. Just 5 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. Stuckey's got his first bucket in this one.
And Stuckey, despite not being that big, he never backs down from an opportunity to get a basket inside. As long as he's in rhythm from there, count it.
And here is Ross. They need this one. Outside for Sullinger. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Sullinger's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Allen dishes to Young. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. The feed to Ross. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. Joseph comes in for Kyle Lowry. And Joseph kicks to Powell. Young with the steal. And now here comes Young leading the break.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
The Pacers have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. And the first one drops.
And, you know, for the Pacers, an interesting history. They've assembled 2 elite squads that both kind of self-destructed in 2004 and 2014. This franchise hoping they can finally build a roster to break through and win it all.
And Joseph kicks to Ross. Back to Joseph. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Stuckey setting the pick for Young. Screen by Jefferson. Miles, that's for 2. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And those great teams of the Pacers past, Malice in the Palace, reeling them in 2004, that brawl, leading to suspensions and distractions.
And then a decade later, guys, a team that secured the #1 seed in the East stumbled down the stretch amidst finger-pointing and accusations. The Pacers dismantling that core and restarting with a new identity. We'll see if they can get back into that title contender conversation once again.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Stuckey right side, and the pass to Jefferson. Pirtle with the steal. Fast break, here we go. Powell kicks to Patterson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Pacers. And Patterson drops them both.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Now the dish to Miles. Back to Young to end the run. Indiana again missing. Raptors leading by 7. Powell, the pass to Joseph. Patterson, the screen. Here's Ross.
And you got to like the effort from Miles.
And that does it for the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, there's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively. They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire hose because this fire is.
It is just about time now for the third quarter to begin. After the final buzzer sounds, the three of us will still be sitting here.
Downtown Indianapolis glowing in the distance as we welcome you back to the action here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. DeRozan and Carroll are out on the wing. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Lowry in at the point. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and two shots coming up. The Pacers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Pacers, Al Jefferson. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Al Jefferson. Raptors leading by 5. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. And Valanciunas kicks to Carroll. Pass to DeRozan. From 15 feet away, and he hits the jumper for 2. DeRozan's got 13.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Ellis kicks to Young. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And they pick up 2. 16 points for George.
And one of the attributes about George that you really like is that Paul is a gamer. He's somebody who's got a great competitive spirit. He's used to being aggressively defended when he's down near the bucket, but it still doesn't keep him from scoring.
Valanciunas passes to Lowry. Sullinger the screen. 6 to shoot. A shot by Lowry, no good. Pacers trail by 5.
Well, he's an intriguing player, Thaddeus Young. I mean, you look at his frame and his game. I mean, he seems like he'd be a small forward, but he's played at the power forward position for years now, and I think that's in part due to the way the game is played now in the NBA with stretch fours and spacing the floor. Thaddeus Young fits into that kind of game quite well.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. He certainly can score at the power forward. Young has ability to space the floor and attack off the bounce. He's pretty special at that position.
Yeah, he really is. You know, he came into the league only after a year in college and has grown into a reliable scorer as a slasher and small ball four-man. So he's found and carved out a nice niche for himself.
He hits the second from the line. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Now Teague. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Fires for 3. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. I read somewhere Jeff Teague said that if he wasn't an NBA player, he'd be a battle rapper.
Well, that's a pretty unique answer, and I know he likes to battle when he's out on the floor. So Teague is also a big sneakerhead, as they're called, has a huge collection of those as well.
Free throw good, Teague.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
Sullinger a screen on Ellis, and they double up DeRozan. Valanciunas dishes to Carroll. Misses the 3.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Back to Lowry. A 3 ball. A rebound by Jefferson.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Jefferson setting the pick for Teague. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Toronto's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. And the basket by Lowry.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Teague kicks to George. Nice D from Valanciunas.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
DeRozan, rebounded by Ellis. Pacers trail by 5. Lets it fly. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Lowry with the ball. He's got 5. Sullinger, left side. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Jefferson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. On the wing, George. Back to Young from past the arc. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. Back to Lowry. Out to DeRozan. Here's the 3. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Screen by Jefferson. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Raptors leading by 5. Dishes it to Carroll. Back to Lowry. DeRozan against Ellis. And it's Carroll in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. Carroll's got 4 points in the quarter.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And the Pacers call time here.
Start it.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming into the court are your Pace mates.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Jefferson. Lavoy Allen comes in for Thaddeus Young. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Teague. And stolen by Patterson. Beyond the arc. No good that time. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Ellis, the pass to Stuckey. Back to Ellis. Turner with the screen for Ellis. Indiana again missing. Raptors leading by 8. Kicks it to Joseph. Ross dishes to Powell. Back to Ross. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. 1:49 left in the 3rd quarter. Stuckey outside. Turner with the screen. Stuckey kicks to Ellis. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Ellis has got 5.
And Turner's all about doing what's best for the team, especially if it means giving up his body to clear out room for the open shot.
Pass to Ross. Launches it. Cranes the three-pointer. He's got 10.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Rodney Stuckey, an instant offensive player, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington University.
Yeah, he's best at getting into the paint. A bit of an inconsistent outside shooter, but man, he's strong, he's tough, he's smart, and really is able to score the ball because of his ability to go off the dribble and play through contact.
He dishes it to Ellis. Turner with the screen for Ellis. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
To the wing right side. Powell kicks to Pirtle. Good. And now a 10-point Raptor lead.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot, just abusing the defense down in the paint.
Now here's Stuckey. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Stuckey outside. And no good trying to get that one. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Raptors out in front as they end the third quarter. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
But it's about defense down here. No second shot. Rebound, we go.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Raptors leading by 10. Teague and Stuckey are the guard tandem. Young and Turner up front. And it's George in at the 3 slot. That's the Pacers 5. No good from Valanciunas.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Shot's good from Young.
And Young can keep you honest from deep now. He's not a dead-eye shooter. He's not what you would call a laser, but he'll make a few if you don't defend him.
Here's Joseph. Valanciunas with a screen on Stuckey. In the corner, it's Patterson. There's the triple. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. But he stays with it.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
On the wing, George. DeRozan defending. Inside shot. Nice D from Valanciunas. The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Lowry kicks to Joseph. He feeds it to DeRozan. Shoots off the step back, and there it is for him. And now it's an 11-point Raptor lead.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Yeah, it's so bad I would even go a step farther and call it raggedy. I mean, that's how their defense has been overall today.
Here's Teague, and the rejection by Valanciunas. George against DeRozan. The offensive rebound. On its way from Stuckey for 2. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Patterson passes to Lowry. To the wing right side. Raptors moving the ball around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
On the wing, Stuckey. He's covered by Joseph. And stolen by Patterson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Lowry dishes to Patterson. Clock at 6. Back to Lowry. The 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
The Pacers making a switch here. Ellis is checked in. The Raptors also changing it up. Sullinger's checked in for Patterson. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Joseph. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
Sullinger, a screen on Teague. Carroll with it. George picks him up. Sullinger. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Young, a screen on Lowry. Teague kicks to George. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 19 points for Paul George.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Toronto leading by 13. Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Carroll. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. And the Pacers with possession here. T kicks to Turner. Passes it to George. Feeds it to Young. From deep. Teague up top. Lowry covering. Shoots from 12. Sullinger with the rebound. Sullinger's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. Outside DeRozan. Carroll passes to Valanciunas. Back to Carroll from outside the arc. The rebound by Turner.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Ellis against DeRozan. Outside, George. George double teamed. Young with no one around. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Outside DeRozan. He kicks it to Carroll. Turner against Valanciunas. Knocked loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague.
Raptors ball.
Jefferson's checked in for Turner.
Now Jefferson.
Here's Valanciunas, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Pacers trail by 15. Teague dishes to Ellis. And it's Young at the elbow. Screen by Jefferson. And Young kicks to Teague. Now the feed to Ellis. 5 on the clock. Fires at the elbow. Here's Young. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Thaddeus Young. He's got a good, strong body. He's athletic. He's long, good timing. And, boy, he's got the motor you like to see and persisting after rebound.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to be on fire from beyond. They have been really good from the three-point line. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Toronto.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for DeMar DeRozan. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Yeah, nice unselfishness by George, zipping the ball to one of his guys as soon as he sees him open to get the shot off.
Carroll with a screen for Valanciunas, and stolen by Jeff Teague. Outside, George. And the pass to Ellis. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. Sinks the triple. And the Raptors lead by 15.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Two shots, foul, elbow, two.
At the line for your Pacers, Jeff Teague. At the line for two.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Checking in for your Pacers, Rodney Stuckey.
Nine seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Indiana foul call. Joseph Wade. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Raptors, Corey Joseph. Two shots.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Here's Young. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They